March 23rd, 2022. This is my spring garden tour. Spring has arrived and many of my plants are starting to come alive and put out new growth. Here is my dwarf peach tree. You can see some green right there. It's starting to get ready to make some flowers. Gonna get a lot more peaches off this miniature tree again this year. I tip layered a lot of blackberry plants this year. And here's one of them. First new growth of the season. Right there. Also have a dwarf nectarine tree. Got some new green growth. Excited about getting some nectarines this year. Got a couple blueberry bushes, a couple of peach trees, several avocado trees that I'm growing from seed. You can see some more of them right there. Got an apple tree I've grown from seed. There's my orange tree. I'm also trying to grow some pumpkins this year. My kids are going to enjoy that around Halloween time. I'll be doing a video on this process, but that's the start of it right there, so stay tuned. I'm also growing a nectarine from seed. This one's about 3 or 4 weeks old now. You can see it's starting to bring up a stem and a little bit of green growth right there. I'll be making a video about that as well. Got several more blackberry and raspberry plants I tip layered. There's some new growth right there. Also have another dwarf peach tree that's already put out flowers. So those will be some peaches I'll get to eat later. This particular avocado tree is my oldest one. It's about 2 years old. And it's time for me to take it, put it into a different pot. So I'll be putting it into this big container here in a couple of weeks. Here is my strawberry patch. My kids really enjoy this probably the most, coming out and picking big red strawberries. I use cattle panels again to make this cover, and I could put the bird netting on there. It was really easy. It worked very well, inexpensive. Oh, looks like I didn't pick one of the strawberries there. I have to get that later and eat it. They have produced just about all year. They've done really well, even in the cold. Here's my blackberry row. Got a lot of blackberries there last year. I'm excited to get even more this year. Right along the fence line. 2 years ago, I decided to start doing my own composting, so I got some wooden pallets for free at the store. I'm giving them away. I just constructed 3 bins for composting. I recently put some shredded paper in there. Looks like I got some pumpkin seeds growing right up out of the compost. And here's my last bin where I flip them all over into here. And there's some ready compost right there. There's some more raspberries and blackberries that I tip layered. Some more tip layered blackberries and raspberries. Here's a raspberry plant that I tip layered directly into a pot. It's got some new green growth coming up and a new shoot coming up right there. That's awesome. Growing some spinach and cauliflower and broccoli in there. Here's the majority of the tip layer blackberries I did quite a few this year. Got new growth coming up on these. It'll be time for me to give some of those away or go plant them out in the food forest. Here's where I grow watermelon vertically. So I recently planted the seeds. They'll start sprouting up, and then they'll just grow right up along the cattle panel trellis that I built. And then I use various things to hold the watermelon up high so they grow vertically. Here's where I grow my cantaloupes the same way, vertically up along the kettle panel trellis. I planted seeds a couple of days ago, so they'll start sprouting up soon. Let's go over to my raspberry row. This is my raspberry row. They have started to green out. Got some green leaves. Springtime is here. Excited about this raspberry row. Go ahead and separate some of those out of those pots, give those away. Got 2 apple trees. I'm using the espalier technique where I grow them sideways along the fence. There's my Fuji apple tree, and here's my Gala apple tree. Got some 16 gauge wire, and I just tie them and they grow horizontally along the fence. And now I have some new growth. Excited about seeing all the leaves come back out. Hopefully I'll get some fruit this year from both of my apple trees. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe.